hands front, hands side, inhale, lift, exhale, right back, opening up, flatten, left back, nice. You can drop your knees if you want to, otherwise chaturanga, over those toes, Urdhva Mukha, up, tucking toes, down dog, right foot forward, left foot forward, hands to prayer, up we go, inhale, exhale, coming down, hands front, hands side, inhale, lift, exhale, left, flatten right, chaturanga, you can drop your knees, Urdhva Mukha, up, into your down dog, left foot, right foot, hands to prayer, up we go. Let's go to the left side first, so stretching over to the left, and up, over to the right, and up, stretching back, and up, swan dive, hands front, hands side, inhale, right, back, flatten, left, little quicker, chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha, down dog, right forward, left forward, prayer, inhale, exhale forward, side, inhale up, exhale left, flatten right, down, up, back, left forward, right forward, prayer, up, over to the right, up, over to the left, up, stretching back, up, going down, hands front, hands side, let's do a jump, or a step if you want, down, up, back into down dog, jump forward, prayer, inhale, exhale forward, front, side, jump, down, up, back, jump forward, hands up, let's go to left, up, right, up, back, up, down we go, hands front, hands side, inhale, jumping back, down, up, back, forward, hands, up, forward, side, jump, down, up, back, forward, pray, up, and over to the right, up, left, up, back, up, last round, double push up this time, side, inhale, jump, down, up, tuck, down, push, back, forward, hands, inhale, exhale forward, side, inhale up, exhale back, down, up, go back down and push up, forward, hands, up, left, and over to right, center, and back, hands to your heart. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. I love when I say that. Okay, you all know what fun means. Fun. So we're working to a toppling tree. We'll start on our right leg. I will show you first, then we'll do it together. So what I'm doing, standing, yes, hands to the back. I'm going to open my chest as big as I can. And then I'm going to take my right leg. And I want my leg to go over my head as well as my arms. So watch, legs coming up, arms going up, looking forwards, I'm doing a back bend. Holding it here, whoa, okay, holding it there for a bit. We'll do it together now, and then we'll step back into Virabhadrasana 1. Let's do it together. I'd rather like to do it when I'm focused. Okay, not so much looking at the camera. So, shoulders back, lengthen. Let's slowly look in front of you. So you want your chest going out. Let's take the leg up. Let's keep looking forward. Balance, stretch. Lovely, hold. 3, 2, 1. Stepping back, Virabhadrasana 1. Opening up, chest opens. Hold and breathe. Slow, controlled, bringing down that knee. Nicely to the floor. Dropping your right foot. Now, release your hips. You're going to bring up your left arm. Stretch it up. Bring up your right arm. Stretch it up. Take your left hand in between the shoulder blades. Help that elbow. So you can either hold onto your top, I'm happy with that, or just place it down. You're going to bring your right hand. You're going to either hold the hands or you're going to hold onto your top. Now, we're going to drop again. So now you see the difference. I can really drop down. So release into the hips. Now I want to get my head to relax onto that arm, like I'm on a little beach chair. And then I want to release back. So releasing forward and releasing back. Hold. Nice deep breathing. Remember back bends. When you do back bends, if you don't breathe, you get a headache. So focus on the breath. Now release the hands, hands to prayer. Come up all the way. You want to bring that foot forward. I want a nice 90-degree angle here between everything. Roll the shoulders. We go to the left side. So I want you to completely twist. Sit up tall when you twist. Now, working the armpit down, you want to really grip in there. So I'm gripping in there, using that shoulder as a lever. But I'm going to open up the chest as much as I can. Open up and look up to the ceiling. It may feel a bit wonky. That's what you'll feel like in a head balance, by the way. Open up and look up. Open the chest. Stack shoulders. Stack elbows. Hands into prayer. Nice deep breathing here. Hold it. If you're doing it correctly, you'll feel a little bit in your glutes. Now slowly up you come, use the core, twist back to the front. You take your arms up and you stretch the right corner of the mat so far in front of you. You're going to take your left foot and you want to bring it to the front of the mat as far as you can get. Now you're going to release your hips and work onto your elbows. If you can't, you stay. You can stay right here. I'm happy with that. If you can, you're going onto the elbows. The knee is in, the foot is straight. I see a lot of feet out there. I want to straighten and I want you just to release into it, bringing that knee right in. When we go into Urdhva Mukha, upwards facing dog, you take your back leg and you straighten, you go onto the tops of the feet. So I want you to lift and stretch. Stretch it out, lengthen. Now look up and don't look down. We're doing back bend, so looking up. Breathe, breathe. Lovely, drop your knee, come onto your hands. You can take your left hand back over. You can tuck your back toe, and we're going to step back into a plank. We're going to go chaturanga, over the toes, Urdhva Mukha. Hold it here. Shoulders back, hips going forward, you're off the floor. If you have the power and you want to come back down into a chaturanga, please do. Otherwise, back into your down dog. So you're pushing down and you're going up. Lovely. Look at your hands, let's jump forward. Hands to prayer, up you come. Arms behind. We're going to work to the other side. So roll the shoulders, lengthen as much as you can. Show me your moves. No, I won't do that. Okay. Slowly looking forward, you can take your left leg. You stretch up, toppling tree. Find your balance, find your strength. Hold it. 3. Did I say 3 or 4? 2, stepping back, Virabhadrasana 1, opening up. 3 means like tree, fall, I don't know. And then slowly knee goes down, foot goes down. Hips move forward. Let's slowly take up the right arm. Take up the left arm. Right hand in between the shoulder blades. Help that elbow. Bring it in. Now remember, you can hold your shirt if you want to, or you can get onto the hands if you can hold your hands. Now, you'll notice when you're there, you can always push forward a little bit more. So release the hips. Now get your head into that crescent of your elbow and release your head back. Just breathe into it. Sure, I'm clumsy today, it's quite funny. You have these days where you're really clumsy. It's quite cool. Now, release the hands to pray. Come all the way up. Bring that foot in. You want your nice 90-degree angles. Sit up tall, shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. You want to work yourself forward. Now notice I'm not tucking in, I'm stretching out. I'm going to get the elbow under, I'm going to hook and start to twist. Shoulders stack, elbows stack, and I start to look up. Nice deep breathing here, hold it. Slowly coming back up to the center. Lift up the arms, taking to the left corner of the mat. Stretch. Now taking your right foot, stretch it out, lengthen. Okay, from there drop your hips. You can either go onto your elbows or you can stay where you were. Let me just move forward onto my mat. Okay, you want to push that knee in. You want the foot to be straight and the knee into your shoulders. Your foot is underneath, you're going to straighten it, lift up onto the top of the foot. Hold it there. And slowly dropping down, come back onto your hands, right arm over, tuck the toe, step back plank. Working chaturanga, or you can drop your knees. Urdhva Mukha up, open up, stretch the shoulders back, chest is coming through. Tuck the toes. If you want to come back into chaturanga, please do. And then pushing up into your down dog, stretch it out. Big stretch. And slowly you'll come down, placing your knees to the floor. So from here, I want you to have your 2 blocks, or books or something, and something to put underneath your knee. I will grab mine. Okay. So there's my knee pad. I'm going to work with 1 block so you can see what it looks like from the side. I'll put 1 block on this side. Okay, so there's my knees. My knees are parallel, directly underneath my hips. My feet are tucked in. If you're using a block, it's right by that ankle. So I'll put one here on one side so you can just see what it looks like. Now, we're going to work into Ustrasana. Ustrasana is our camel pose. It's great for detoxing the body. So what we're going to do from here is I want you to take your hands, place them behind your back. Now, roll the shoulders and do the pelvic thrust. Now, you'll notice I can lift up more. I grow with my chest, I push the shoulders back and I lift up, grow and push forward. So if you find that you really can't do this really well, I'd like you to work against a wall. So the idea of working against the wall is fantastic. I'm going to just show you here. My knee against the wall, my hips stay at the wall. And I work myself back holding, making sure that my hips and my thighs are always touching at the wall. That's what I want you to do. No matter how far back you go, you always want that touch. Alright, so you want to work on that same movement. If you want to work against the wall, please work against the wall. With your blocks, without your blocks, whatever you want. Okay, if I was around, I would put a belt around you and pull you forward even. So hands behind. Let's first just open up a little bit more. So hips forward, shoulders back, lift the chest, extending forward, stretch. So we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. You can choose what you want. If you want to go onto your block, if you want to go onto your ankle, and if you're really flexible, you can work on to the top of the heels. But let's first warm up before we get there. So let's start off by taking your left fingers to your block or to your ankle. You shouldn't really move much when you're doing this. And let's take the right arm, stretch it up. Push the hips, lift the chest. Okay, we're going to slowly change. So you're going to take your right arm down and you place fingertips, lift, stretch. Don't throw your head back, just looking forward to the corner of the room. And let's work the other way. Let's work the other way. Open up. And let's work the other way. Keep pushing forward. And last one. Keep your right hand down, left hand comes to join. Open up. Let's see if you can work the shoulders back a little bit more. Lift your chest. Now if you can, you want to try and see if you can get a little bit further, either onto the heels. See where you can go. Open the chest, not pushing back, lengthening forward. To come up, you're going to place your hands onto your sacrum and slowly lift yourself up. So it's a very slow movement. It can really make you feel nauseous. I'm going to tell you that straight away. It's because of the detox. It's because of the movement of the vertebrae. It's the squishing of the gel pads. There's a lot of movement in the sciatic nerve. It is great for you. If you're feeling really crap to come down, it's a very slow movement. Slow, slow, slow. Bringing your hands down, placing your feet and just coming down all the way. So let's try once more. This time if you want to keep your feet, your heels down, or you're still using your blocks, use your blocks, there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to place your block down like that, it's also fine. But make sure the block is very close to your foot. Okay, that is the most important thing. So let's work it again. So I always take my arms out, I push my hips forward, roll the shoulders, big stretch, hands onto the sacrum, push it forward, lift up, and then start to walk it down to get hold of what I need, and then lift up. Keep stretching, keep blowing up, keep blowing up. And then slowly walking back up. I'm not even overdoing it because I don't like this pose. Slowly back down and just release. Well done. Okay, so the next thing we're working to is Supta Virasana, and it's also a little bit more of our flying fish. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your knees together, your feet apart. You're welcome to work with your belt and place your belt pulling through your flesh forward before you sit down. Now if you can't sit down onto the floor, you place some goodies underneath your buttocks. So you'll place your block, you'll place a blanket, place a few things under. It's very important that your inner thighs rotate upwards, that your feet are close to your buttocks, that all 10 toes are down, and you're sitting up nice and tall. A lot of people moan that the tops of the feet are sore. Place something nice and gentle underneath this, something soft that it won't hurt you too much. From here, we'll first work ourselves down flat, and then we're going to start to lift and open up our chests a little bit more. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Work into it. Feel how you can get there. Don't push. So I remember I always said bend with your back and not with your brain. So your brain's looking at it, saying, whoa, they could do that. The idea is you want to keep the knees together. So you can even tie them together if you want to. Okay? That's number one. You want to keep the knees together. You want to keep yourself comfortable. You will feel the stretch into the quads. And you want to work back. So here I'm working back. Now there's two different versions of it. So you can either work flat, or we're going nice and flat. My feet are down and my arms are up. And I can really just relax into here. Great digestive asanas. So it's great for really working out through that. So that's really the relaxing one, but you can put a lot of things underneath. And we can now work into a little bit of a back bend. So what the difference is